So remember how I was supposed to record that vlog before I left? Yeah, didn't do that. So I'm sitting in Vondelpark, probably pronouncing that wrong, in Amsterdam on Monday evening, recording a vlog. I wish I had some way to take a picture of the fact that I am currently using a bicycle as a tripod, which I think is pretty great. Yeah. So instead of a travel yarn vlog, you're getting a travel vlog, just straight up travel vlog. I haven't been to the yarn store yet. That's happening tomorrow, which is our last full day in Amsterdam. We flew out of Winnipeg. Flights were utterly uneventful. We got here on Thursday because yay, overnight flights. Dumped our stuff and we were in desperate need of coffee. So we walked up. I'm gonna butcher some more Dutch. Bilderdijkstraat, which I think means Dyke Builder Street, to Monk's Coffee, which was recommended to me by Jessica. Hi! We went there for lunch and coffee, and it was excellent. It was... I don't know how to describe it exactly. It was not hipstery, but it was sort of hipstery. It was like bohemian hipstery, but in a good way. It was really nice. I really liked it. Chris liked it too. Or Mr. Diana. Oh yes, I had cheese parcel salad, which is literally a parcel of goat cheese in like a wonton wrapper on salad, and so you break open your little parcel of cheese and mix it into your salad. It was so good. I don't know if it was so good because I was just really hungry, or I'm just gonna go with it was so good. So on our way back, we discovered that this park behind me was literally a block from our hotel, like barely even what you would call a block. So that was really nice. We wandered around the entrance a little tiny bit, decided it was super nice, and that we would come back later, which is what we did today, but I'll get to that later. The weather here is consistently inconsistent. Every day has been the same, give or take a few degrees. It tries and maybe succeeds to rain a little bit in the morning, and then it clears up and has been sunny and beautiful, blue skies, gorgeous, always a little bit windy. It's always a cold wind because it's coming from the north off the sea, and it's a cold wind. But everything's green and flowering and beautiful and springy. So this has been a wonderful change from Winnipeg, where it was just past snowing, as opposed to Manitoba weather, which is just inconsistent. It'll be the same all day, but it can change drastically day to day. Here it does the same thing every day, but is highly variable throughout the day. So I've carried my rain jacket with me everywhere, haven't used it yet, only been sort of rained on once. See if that trend continues. The next day, which was Friday was our first full day here. We went to Alkmaar for the cheese market, which is only on Fridays. There are 5, I think we learned, traditional cheese markets still in the Netherlands. Something happened to the rail line like just before we were trying to get there, so our train got cancelled. So eventually we figured out that we had to take a train to the next closest city, and from that city we could take a bus that the rail line had set up because something was wrong with the rail line. But that was interesting. So we got to the cheese market later than intended, but only by, I don't know, an hour or so. And they did their fun cheese market things, and we wandered around the town like all day. We had amazing pizza for lunch. It was so good. And really good beer. And I kind of sort of did a little bit of knitting. There has been a lot of knitting time. Sitting time has been like eating and planning time. So we didn't come here with a solid plan. We're like, we'll go to Amsterdam for 5 days, and then, I don't know, like actually it's Monday night. We check out on Wednesday morning. We haven't got our next place booked yet. We're booking that tonight. We don't know what we're doing tomorrow. We don't travel with much of a plan. We're those sort of travelers. It's fine. It's a good time. Oh yes, I learned that G's here are not pronounced like English G's. They are sounds, not g sounds, which really threw me off when we had to take the train to Uitgeest, which in English you'd think it would be like Uitgeest or Uitgeest or something like that. No. Uitgeest. Yeah, completely different. So that screwed us up for a little while. That made getting to Alkmaar a little bit interesting. But we bought some postcards and a silly magnet and a kilogram of cheese, because you know what else do you buy at a cheese market? And oh yeah, and we did some people watching at a cafe by the water in Alkmaar, and it was just lots of wandering and chilling and looking at stuff, taking a lot of pictures. We went and had hamburgers that night at the Thrill Grill. It's kind of like a new burger if you're a Winnipegger. It was pretty good. Then it was Saturday. We went to Keukenhof and we saw all of the flowers. It was definitely past peak, but still very, very much worth going. Gardens are only open for another week, I think, so we caught it just at the end. The surrounding tulip gardens had all been cut already, so there were no flowers. I imagine about 2 weeks ago it would have been absolutely amazing. Just see, like, you know how like the prairies have seas of wheat? Seas of tulips. I'm a little bit sad we missed that. But the Keukenhof gardens were gorgeous. And we wandered around for I think 5, almost 6 hours. And we only just saw anything. Mostly we stopped because we were tired. We clocked 18,000 steps. And all we did was take a bus to the gardens, walk around the gardens, and come back. When we got back, we made plans to have dinner with Jessica. And we went to like 3 different places before we found one that had space. But it turned out to be a really great little place. We had delicious food. I had really excellent gnocchi and asparagus, and I kind of want it again. So I might suggest we go there for dinner again tonight or tomorrow, because I want more gnocchi. We also had really excellent beer, and we got along really well, and we hung out there until like 11, even though me and Chris were really tired. We were just having such a good time. So, you know, if I happen to be traveling and I'm in your city, shoot us an email at northernknitspodcast@gmail.com, and maybe we can hook up and have drinks or something. Because, you know, I like meeting people. Yeah, so we got home really late that night. So Sunday night, which is my current yesterday, we slept in and almost missed the hotel breakfast, but we didn't. We were so tired, so we just went to the Rijksmuseum all day, which is like a 5-minute walk away from our hotel, which is awesome. And we looked at all of the pretty art all day, which was not very much walking, but a lot of standing on concrete. And I think by the end of yesterday, we were both kind of tired and grouchy. So we had dinner at the closest restaurant to the hotel. Oh, the sun shifted. Oh dear. I'll just lean in a little more. What was I saying? Oh yeah, they had a tourist menu advertised, which I thought was an interesting language translation, or maybe that's exactly what they intended. Anyway, it was delicious and super close to the hotel. So we stumbled back and pretty much fell into bed at... Oh no, we sat up and planned for a while. Chris fell asleep. I was trying to figure out where we're going to stay in Belgium. Well, I didn't sleep very well last night, so I slept way in this morning past breakfast. We decided that today was going to be like a day off and we're just going to be chill because we're both tired and starting to get grouchy at each other. So I slept way in till like 11:30 because I ended up staying up till like 3 in the morning. Jet lag. Yeah, I got up at like 11:30 and we walked over to a grocery store and got some picnic supplies. We just got some bread and cheese and fruit and stuff. And we rented some bikes and we came into the park here. Turns out Chris is not so good at the biking and didn't have such a good time with that, so we parked the bikes pretty quick and just walked. And we had a picnic and we walked around the park. and we stopped and played tack for a bit. Tack is sort of a cross between chess and tic-tac-toe. It's an entirely fictitious game. It's from a fantasy series of books, I think. And some guy was like, hey, this should be a real game. And so we got permission from the author to make it a real game and gave it all of the actual proper rules. And it's actually a pretty fun little game. I lost, of course, because I always lose games when I play with Chris, because he's way better at strategy than I am, which is fine. I still have fun. And then we wandered back. There's, like, how many little cafes in this park? Plus all the little hot dog and ice cream carts. So we got some coffee and apple pie. Yes, I ate apple pie. If you're a long time listener, viewer, person, you may remember me mentioning at some point that yes, I am allergic to apples. But I think I may have eaten apples earlier accidentally in this trip, and I've been totally fine. So we shared a slice of apple pie, and I will find out later tonight if I'm still allergic. So tonight might not be very fun, but I'll be fine tomorrow, and that's the important part. We were planning to stay in tonight anyway, figure out the rest of the trip and do some laundry and whatever. Repack the suitcase because it's kind of all over the room now. Sorry this doesn't include any yarn store whatsoever. I will blather on about that when I get back. So I'll see everybody in, next week is Jocelyn's vlog. The week after that will be special guest. So I'll see everybody in 3 weeks.